Hey guys, it's Ted Bogert. Welcome back to the Ted Show. Excited to have this young lady on. Morgan Jones is with us. She's going to talk about the Morgan Jones Realtor Summer Giveaway. Plus, we're going to talk about real estate in general, learn about her journey. Excited to have you on. Welcome, Morgan. How are you today?
I'm excited to be here, Ted. I'm just happy to see you again. It's always
I'm happy to see you. Yeah, you're bright and shining on this beautiful Monday, actually. All right, so we got to give shout out to Bobby for introducing us.
Yes,
we love Bobby Rodriguez. He is an amazing human being. So kudos to you, Bobby, whenever you do tune in. So tell us about you. The audience loves to know origin story. We were joking beforehand. You probably didn't have a realtor Barbie when you were young. Maybe you did. I don't know. But a lot of people had another.
I had a Barbie Jeep Wrangler, so that's my eventual goal. Is to
my kids did too. Loved that Jeep Wrangler. It was awesome. So tell us a little bit about your journey.
For sure. So actually, what kind of brought me to real estate, I was in school to be a dental hygienist. It's funny how things work. And I absolutely loved my dental hygiene education. It's great. I was teaching my son last night. He's like, Mom, I don't understand. If the cavities form in the bottom of your teeth, why do you have to floss? I'm like, because they can form in the middle. So anyways, I loved my dental hygiene education. However, when I decided to go to college for that, I was serving tables, little bartending for about 6 months. And I thought to myself, like, with the personality that I have, I just feel like I need to be out there. I need to be in a profession where I'm engaging people, and what route can I take to go there? And that's when I thought to myself, I actually sat down with my fiance and he said, why don't you go into real estate?
I love it.
He's like, you love the TV shows. You love everything about it. He's like, so why don't you get into it? So fast forward to getting my license. That's actually what brought Bobby and I together, which essentially is what brought you and I together, Ted. Bobby knew my fiance from back in the day, and we kind of got together, and we've just been going hard at it ever since.
So tell me what it was like, though. You know, you go to your class. Most of the classes are fun. You get your license. You know you're excited for the world. What was the transition like into the quote-unquote real world of real estate? Because it's people think it's all glamour. I know they do.
Yes.
And so tell them a little bit about the journey, because I think that's really important. I have a lot of people who watch these shows and say, you know, I'm interested in real estate. So kind of give them the good and the bad from the beginning.
Yeah, absolutely. So you're correct. Everyone thinks that real estate is just getting in your pretty car and driving to the house and, oh, look at this master closet. It's beautiful. And while that is a part of it, and that's what makes it so enjoyable, real estate is 100%, depending on the type of realtor that you're working with. I am a full-time realtor. I don't have any other side jobs. This is what I do 100% of my time. And what I mean by 100% of my time is if I wake up at 6 in the morning and I have a text message like I did from my girlfriend this morning, look at this new house. Let's go look at it tonight. And that's what your life is. Right. There is, especially in today's climate. Today's climate is aggressive. It's go, go, go. You can't miss out. Houses are being sold in 24 to 48 hours. So to be a realtor right now in this climate, you do have to be available. You have to be, you know, text somebody and say, hey, I'm sorry I can't make it to the party this weekend, because if so, this person's going to miss out on their dream home.
Right. Well, it's true. And this market is definitely unique. It's been a challenge a lot all over because inventory has been low, supplies are down, so that's even impacting the builders. What would you say to somebody who wants to get in right now? Are you a big proponent of new agents? How is it that you would educate somebody on someone who's looking?
Becoming a realtor?
Yes.
Absolutely. So my mentor, who sat down with me originally when I decided to get my license, she basically said, you know, this isn't going to be so much of a career as it is a lifestyle. It's your career that turns into your lifestyle. And it's funny, her husband said, those were actually the words of her husband's mouth, like, hey, this is how her life has been, so be ready for your life to be like that. So I have a girlfriend right now living in South Florida, actually, Hendry County. It's where all the sugarcane fields are. and she is working on getting her real estate license. And when she came to me, I basically said, before you do this, before you sign up for school, go ahead, find the broker who you want to work for, because that's a big thing.
Huge.
If you just run into it and you're not quite sure where you're going to go, that's how you can kind of get lost in this giant, there's a lot of realtors.
A lot.
So
a lot.
You have to make sure that you don't get intimidated. You really have to view it that it's not competition, and that each realtor is a colleague of yours, someone who is eventually going to be your friend, someone who's going to know your name, and you're ultimately going to work together. So I just, like my girlfriend Logan in South Florida, I prepared her. I said, hey, don't jump on Facebook and see that someone has a house listed for sale in your neighborhood and get intimidated. If anything, reach out to that person and be like, wow,
yes,
and gather all that data of how they did it and then go from there. So you definitely, I don't know if everyone knows this or not, but realtors have absolutely no hourly pay. We are 100% commission. So that being said, if you don't sell a house for 3 months, hopefully the house that you sold 3 months ago
is carrying you over.
It's carrying over. So it's definitely something that you have to be disciplined. You have to view it as, each sale is your salary for the entire year.
And what's interesting is that a lot of people believe that right out the gate you're making 6 figures every month. Like you said, you're driving your beautiful car and you're only showing gorgeous master bathrooms or bedrooms, and it's just not like that. But most of the people I talk to, they'll take the other nitty-gritty part, and that part is just beautiful. They love the whole process.
Correct.
All right, so I always let every guest kind of choose their title, and you chose to talk about a summer charity giveaway.
Yeah.
So tell us the impetus behind that.
So I was kind of toying around with ideas of ways that I could give back this year. And that's when I thought to myself, instead of picking one organization and everything going to that organization, instead, I'll do something where whether you're a buyer or a seller, whatever commission that I make off of assisting you, you would then be able to choose a organization of your choice. So instead of all of the money going into one pot, it's going into the buyer or the sellers, whatever they're passionate about, whatever is important to them, whoever they think needs the help, that money will go to them. So the way it works is I actually made the first announcement on my personal social media pages on the 6th, and just kind of like let my personal friends and family know, like, hey, this is what's going on. I will be broadcasting it on the TED show on the 17th.
Woohoo!
And when I made the video, just totally raw, totally just throwing it out there, my initial offer, my initial promotion was that every closing in June, July, and August, 10% would go to the charity of your choice. So while I'm making this just super raw selfie video to just blast out to my personal friends and family, I said, and hey, if you can get a closing in May, if you have a really great lender, Bobby Rodriguez, for example, I know VIP Mortgage can do very quick closings. If you have the cash, if you're just looking for an investment property, whatever the case is, if you can close in May, we'll do 25%. And the words came out of my mouth, and I said, hey, let's do it. So
where does that spirit come from? First of all, I love this idea. I love the giving back part. I think that is such a generous way. And I love the fact that you individualized it to the client.
Right.
Because a lot of times the heart's there, but maybe they don't have the same charitable interests that you do. So allowing them to choose is a really big deal. Where did this come from? Have you always been a giving back community advocate kind of person? Or is this just something that you've learned as you got older?
So it's actually funny. I 100% am all for community involvement. However, so I live in Port Orange in Volusia County, and obviously, yay, I want to support Port Orange, but it's 2021. And while some realtors, they do like to stick to, you know, farm their city, I like to travel. I'm a traveling realtor. I'm going to Sorrento County tonight. So I actually just closed on a house in Hernando County. I don't mind traveling. With that being said, I thought to myself, as much as I love community involvement, because I am such a diverse realtor covering a broad, wherever you want to buy a house, I'll help you.
Love that.
How can they give back to their communities? They may not live in my community. I mean, hey, Port Orange buyers and sellers, I'm here for you. I'm right down the road. But whether you're in Volusia County, Seminole County, Orange County, Lake County, I've even done business in Brevard County, you donate to whatever you want to donate. We'll make it to the closing table. And from that point, you tell me who you want the money to go to, and I'll write the check to the organization of your choice.
I think that is such a brilliant thing. I think the more that people perceive or see you actually in action, sharing with the community, giving back. I mean, for me, that's how I would choose someone to do business with. So kudos to you. I think it's awesome.
And I figured, you know, I'm going to have the business anyways, as far as like just my own personal friends, family, referrals coming in. So if this can kind of create a trickle effect where my business is now trickling on to others, imagine all of the good that's going to be done this summer. So, and this morning I was on the phone with actually my mentor, who originally got me interested in real estate and has held my hand through all of this time. And I was talking to her and I said, yeah, I'm going to go on the TED show today and, you know, talk about my summer charity giveaway. And she said, you know, a few years ago, I did something similar where she sent out her Christmas cards that the donations would go to a school of their choice. So when I did this, when I thought of this, I'm thinking organizations, charitable organizations is where the money would have to go to. And then I said, yeah, I'll open it up to that too. That's fantastic. Is your school band suffering because he doesn't have enough funds? Is, you know, the football team need new jerseys? Whatever the case is, 10% of the commission that I make off of the buying or selling. And there is no cap. There is no stipulation. It can be, you know, a piece of vacant land. And even if it's 10% of whatever my commission is on that, it's going to someone for good.
Amazing.
$1 million beach home, 10%, it's going to whoever you want it to go to. So
I'd like to see Morgan get more of those, by the way, just for putting it out in the universe, $1 million beach homes. Tell us a little bit about, before we went live, anytime I have a real estate professional on, people want to know what's your perspective on what the market looks like right now?
So, you know, it's funny, I was actually hoping that you would ask that. You know, everybody has, not everybody, but, and I totally understand, you know, we have this 2008 fear that's.
We do.
Oh, it's like hurricanes in Florida that we can never forget about. We have this 2008 fear. And I was reading an article the other day and it said, it's projected that 1.4 million more people are going to move into the state of Florida. So we already have this low inventory housing shortage. And people are flocking here, whether it was the ice storms, COVID, you know, the new rule, you know, that you want to be in the sunshine, whatever caused everyone to come to Florida, it's not stopping. So what does that tell you? Are we going to have this big crash? No, we're not going to have this big crash. If anything, maybe eventually we'll plateau at what our housing market is at right now, but the shortage is going to remain as these people continue to flock into our great state. So if you are hesitant on buying, don't be, because we got to find you a house. And if you're hesitant on selling, why would you be?
I don't know.
People want your house. Like, your house is the hottest commodity in the world right now, whether it's a small house, a medium, a large size house, no matter what it is, your house is the hottest commodity in the state of Florida right now. So,
it's so true. It's so true. The market is still on fire. The interest rates are still historically low. You know, even builders are having difficulty because of the supplies. The demand is so high, but I don't want that to discourage anybody from getting into the market as a buyer, and certainly as a seller. You all need to reach out to Miss Morgan Jones over there to get.
I get this question a lot. People ask me, well, why would I sell my house right now if, you know, when there's a shortage like this, what am I going to go to next? Or not so much the shortage, but when the prices aren't what they're at right now. And I say, well, when you bought your house, you called it a starter home, right? So this is the opportunity. You have all of this equity in your home. You then take that equity and you are able to purchase your dream home, or vice versa. Are you in this large home that you no longer need, that has this grand amount of equity that you can now sell, and you can buy your little tiny retirement house in cash? So either situation, the reason why you should sell right now and move into a different property in the same city is if you have that equity and you just want to put a larger down payment on a home that you've been interested in, whether it's a house that has an office, or like I said, a smaller house, but it's on the water, whatever the situation is. If you've had this dream and you felt like you couldn't get there before, now you can use the equity in your home to get there.
So true. All right. Morgan, tell them the best way to reach you to find out more about your summer charity giveaway, or just to learn more about the one and only Morgan Jones.
So I'm always open, text, call, email. You can text or call 386-235-0097. I don't mind chatting. I don't mind texting. I'm down for all the different, whatever you're comfortable with, I'm comfortable with. My email address is morgan.realtor@outlook.com. And of course, I have both professional and personal Facebook and Instagram pages. So between those 4 methods, you can get a hold of me. We can get started, and we can see how much good we can do this summer.
I love it. And if you can't find her, reach out to me. I will get you to her.
Absolutely.
You're awesome, Morgan. Thank you so much. I love that. I love this idea. Y'all, you're already interested in real estate when you like a little bit of that money just from you working with Morgan Jones to go back to the charity of your choice, morgan-realtor.com, or reach out to me. She's all over social media too. You are awesome. Thank you so much, Morgan.